What is up, everyone? MRW talking. My late take on Devin Booker's 70 points a few days ago. I caught up with this game about 2 nights ago, and two things that really stand out. The second half, he dropped about 50. Number two, the fact that they really needed that 70 points. Otherwise, this game would have been a lot uglier. I know that some were talking about how this, with the 70 points, how they still lost. But look, even if he moved the ball around a bit more, in which he did in the first half, I mean, he was looking for his teammates, but no one was making shots. I mean, that starting five, I believe, was the youngest starting five to have ever started an NBA game or to have started in a regular season NBA game in quite some time. So they're going up against the Boston Celtics. This is a seasoned veteran team, and it showed in that second half. I mean, that this game could have been a lot uglier. Boston, they pretty much were able to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. The shots that they were looking for, they got. They didn't always make them, but you know what? I'm sure they felt to some degree that, this team is not going to beat us. This team is not going to pose a threat to us. So it looked like Boston was likely going to just put it in cruise control and then drop the hammer on them in that second half. And that second half, Devin Booker caught fire. I mean, he really caught fire late in that third quarter, on into the fourth quarter. He could not miss a shot. In some ways, you could say that this was a statement game for him. I know that there was one moment where he dropped a 10 feet beyond the three-point arc. If they didn't, had he just scored 30, the Suns lose by about 40. That game would have been a lot uglier. I mean, going forward, who is Devin Booker? What is he going to become? Right now, I see him along the lines of like a C.J. McCollum, Isaiah Thomas, a guy that can shoot, that can score. Can you build your team around him right now? I don't know. I know that in terms of scoring ability, I mean, he has arrived. I think that the next step will be playmaking. Will be for him to work on his playmaking ability, and then on to him looking at becoming a better defensive player. Doesn't have to be a great defensive player, but he just needs to be capable, right? He needs to be more like a Steph. Steph is capable. He's not a guy that's going to. Steph is not someone that's going to lock someone up, but he is he the league leader in steals right now, or he's in the top 5 in terms of steals. So if Booker can be at least that, then I think that that's going to bode well for the Phoenix Suns going forward, and going out there and getting a coach and attracting better talent, so that way the Suns can be what they were several years ago when they had Nash and Stoudemire and Marion and Raja Bell. All those great players during that historic run. I mean, Devin Booker. I mean, the Suns, they really lucked up. I don't know if they knew that he was going to be this good, but he's on his way. I mean, this is his third year in the league. He dropped 70. Could he have dropped 70 points in the old NBA? And for me, the old NBA would be 90s, early 2000s, where the league was a lot more physical, where you can check someone out on the perimeter with a forearm. Could he have scored that many points? No, definitely not 70. But he can shoot. He can definitely shoot. He can do that. He knows how to get the shot off. It's not just he's not just a catch and shoot player. He can get the shot off, as I saw quite a few times when he was matched up with Jay Crowder, and I think that him and Crowder were going back and forth, but he knows how to get the shot off. in a variety of ways. So yeah, he would have scored a lot of points back in the old NBA. I think that 70 would have been more like, I don't know, maybe 40, upper 30s, somewhere in there. He just would have gotten a player like that would have gotten worn down by the physicality. I mean, those guys would have been hitting them and pushing them to the point where late in the second half, I don't think he would have caught fire. His legs would have been gone, just from getting pushed around so much. So, what do you guys think about Devin Booker 70 points? Did you see the game? Were you amazed? Did you know that Devin Booker was even this good? And what do you think he's going to be like in the future? Questions, comments below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel by now, please do so. Until next time.